What's up? Welcome back to the channel. You guys guessed it. In today's video, we're going to be going over all of the custom mods I have on my E46's interior. And this is going to be a part 2 to the first video I made a couple months ago regarding majority of the mods I have. But since then, I actually have done a handful more mods on the interior. So I just want to go over all these mods for you guys who are interested. I want to update your E46's interior. So with all that being said, let's just head on straight into the video. So the first mod definitely has to go to the carbon fiber center console that I put together myself. I just honestly thought this was such a good way to make the interior of the E46 look so much more sporty and just so much more clean and a bit more modern. And I've only personally seen like super expensively decked out E46s come with the carbon fiber center consoles, and I literally couldn't find out online for anything under like $1,000. So considering I only paid like 15 to 20 bucks worth of wrap, and I went ahead and I wrapped it myself, and honestly the final result came out pretty good. I'm extremely happy with how it came out, and honestly I think it looks amazing. The only issue I'd say is that it's so extremely meticulous wrapping the center console, like especially where the handbrake part sits. It's just so meticulous, and you really have to take your time on it. You just have to give it a lot of patience. But in the end, if you take your time, you can come out with a really sweet and awesome looking center console. All right guys, so the next mod on the list definitely has to go to the custom wrapped interior trim pieces that I have on my E46. Honestly, just like the last mod, this is just such a good way to clean up the interior look of your car. Just make it look newer, more modern, and definitely a lot more sporty. And even in terms of pricing, if you go ahead and you spend 30 to 40 bucks with a wrap, that should be enough to cover up your door trims and the rear seats and the whole dash you have in front of you. It basically just depends which wrap you end up going ahead and buying. All right guys, so the next mod on this list definitely has to go to an aluminum pedal set. Honestly, I'm not really too sure what it is about this mod specific that just makes the interior of the car look so much more clean and so much more modern. It also makes the interior feel better built and also a little bit higher quality. And for you guys who don't want to drill into your pedals whatsoever, you could also pick up a set that basically just slips around the pedal and basically pulls off the exact same look. And honestly, considering I picked my setup for like 15 to 20 bucks, it's extremely worth it for the money and really easy to install, so I'd say it's a good mod to do. All right guys, so with that being said, the next mod on this list definitely has to go to a steering wheel trim swap. So this honestly depends on what steering wheel you have equipped in your car in specific and with what options you're really willing to go with. So from what I know, you basically have 4 options when it comes to your steering wheel trim pieces. So you could pick up a set of trim covers, you could get it wrapped, you could get a hydro dipped, or you could just go ahead and pick up a whole new set that's redone in carbon fiber. Me personally, what I did with my steering wheel is that I went ahead and I got these trim pieces hydro dipped in carbon fiber, and they also came out really good. And the only reason I went with hydro dipping was because I really didn't want to wrap around these buttons over here, as it would just be super difficult to pull off nice and just get like a nice clean look with it. I just feel like getting a hydro dip was a good way to just get that nice carbon fiber shine, make it look nice and clean and not look weird and janky around the edges, like where the buttons would be especially. In my opinion, getting them hydro dipped is probably the best option you can go with, unless you could find a trim cover piece that fits exactly on and the fitment's nice and good where you could barely tell it's even a cover at that point. Because from what I was looking online, I really couldn't find any genuine carbon fiber trim pieces that you could basically just directly swap over that was anything under like 300 or 400 bucks, which in my eyes just seems a bit too expensive and not really worth it. So with that being said, the next mod I have for you guys is definitely gonna have to go to a custom gauge face. So this mod's pretty self-explanatory. It's basically just changing the face of your gauge cluster. And the good thing about this mod is that there's so many options you can go with in terms of what different style you want to get. You can get a cluster that's red, that's blue, that's yellow, that's white, that's black, that's gray. You can also get one that has like M stripes in it. You can get one that has M logos in it. You can get one that has like the shift lights. You can also get one that has like different font styles in it. So one that's like closer to like an F-Series M4 style font. Just a lot of options you can go with in terms of these cluster faces that you can get. And even in terms of pricing, I've seen them vary anywhere between 40 all the way to like 150 bucks. It basically just depends on which one you want to get. And let me know in the comment section down below if you guys think I should pick up a cluster face for my car. This is literally the only mod I don't have installed that's on this list. And so after all those interior mods, that's going to be it for my list today. Just have a quick honorable mention for all my boys rocking the automatic E46s. This carbon fiber shifter is also another mod that you can pick up that's extremely cheap. I picked this one up for like 10 to 15 bucks on AliExpress. It's also super easy to install, and overall it looks way better than the OEM shifter. All right guys, so if you guys are interested in any of the mods I just listed in the video, I'm going to be leaving a link to all of them in the description below with the corresponding videos as well. And if you guys have any questions or comments, you can just leave them down below and I've been more than happy to answer. And if you guys want to see more of my car, you can go ahead and follow me on Instagram. I'll leave it on the page right here. But other than that, I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.